Okay. We're the NeuroKidz. I hope all of you are having a really great Monday. It's been a couple of weeks since school started, so I hope all of you are getting really comfortable with your schedules and your classes. So welcome. I am Nathra. I go to Leland High School in Almaden, and some of my hobbies are photography, traveling, reading Harry Potter books, and obviously neuroscience. So first, let's go through a quick icebreaker. So for this,
how to play. I went from the sentence.
you're breaking a little bit. If you want to type in the chat, Shay, that would be really great. So for the icebreaker, each of you are going to say your name, your grade.
Can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
I couldn't hear you for a second.
Oh, I think that might have to do with your Wi-Fi. All right, so for our icebreaker, I'm going to call on each of you, and you'll say your name, your grade, and I'm going to ask you a would you rather question that you'll have to answer, okay? So let's start off here. Let's start off with Shay. How about that?
I'll go last.
Okay, you can go last. What about is your name Neva?
Nivea.
Nivea. That's a pretty name. So do you want to tell us a bit about yourself?
My name is Nivea. I'm in 5th grade and I'm 10 years old.
Nice. Okay, so here's your would you rather question. Would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak?
Lose the ability to.
That's interesting. Okay, let's move on to Jared.
My name is Jared Eckert, and I go in 4th grade, and I'm 9 years old.
Nice. Okay, so would you rather be covered in fur or covered in scales?
Covered in fur.
Covered in fur? I would choose that too. Let's move on to Pragyot.
Hi.
Hi. Do you want to say your name and your grade?
I'm Bridget Moy. I'm in 5th grade.
All right. Let's ask, okay, would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early?
I'll be 20 minutes early.
Yeah, I would do that too. All right. So who's the person with the Galaxy tab? I don't think they have a speaker though. If you want to type it out in the chat, then feel free to.
I think that was Nevaeh.
No, that wasn't.
But then she changed it.
No, we have another Galaxy tab. If they want to type in the chat, then they can do that. Okay. And and then we'll move on to Sheena.
Hi. My name is Reagan. I'm 10 years old and I'm in 5th grade.
Hi. All right. Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year off your life?
Lose a year off my life.
Interesting. Okay, now let's move on to Shay.
Shay O'Brien, but I like to be called Shay, and I'm like in 5th grade.
Okay. Would you rather know the history of every object you touched or be able to talk to animals?
Talk to animals.
Talk to animals? Cool.
Because I would love to talk to dogs. They're my favorite animal.
That's so cool. All right. Here, let me share my screen again. Oh, someone else is coming in. All right. Hi, Eileen. We were just going over introductions, so if you'd like to say your name and your grade, please do so, and I'll ask you a would you rather question. Can you hear me, Eileen? Okay, if not, we'll just move on. All right. Yay, so we're back to our icebreaker. Okay, now let's go over a quick intro of the program so you guys know what's coming up in the next meetings. So we teach all of you the basics of neuroscience, ooh, fancy word, and while doing fun experiments and activities. When it was in person, we were able to do bigger experiments and activities that included like all of us doing it in person. But for this year, all the activities and experiments, if we're doing any, will be from your own home. All right, so we will also be going through STEAM. So STEAM is science, technology, engineering, art and math. Yep. So we teach all of those to make it really fun. And remember, this isn't school, so we don't want it to be extremely boring for you or have any tests and quizzes and all that sort of thing. We want it to be fun. If you have any questions, and feel free to, ask. So let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so neuroscience is basically the way that your brain works and the way that your brain tells the other parts of your body what to do. So in this video, we're going to go over, really quickly go over the brain and some parts of the brain. All right?
Kids Health presents How the Body Works with Chloe and the Nerd.
To find four important
Body Works with
Can you hear it? Okay.
Chloe and the Nerd.
Whoa, well that was a big one.
I'll say. Hey, where did the brain go?
That nose tornado scattered the brain all across Bodylandia.
Hello, children. I am the cerebrum.
Oh, hi, friend. do you know where we could find the brain?
You're going on a marvelous adventure to find 4 important parts of the brain.
Wow.
I am the biggest part of the brain, the thinking part of the brain, and the part that controls your voluntary muscles. Without me, you wouldn't be able to dance or talk to your friends.
No dancing! Oh dear!
I am the cerebrum. I store your memories and make it possible for you to have feelings and emotions. I'm located right here. By weight, I'm more than 85% of your brain. I'm split into 2 halves. The right half of the cerebrum controls the left side of your body, and the left controls the right side. You need different parts of the cerebrum to do different things. Everything from doing a math problem to playing the piano.
Ooh, that's amazing.
I am kind of amazing. Now, on with the adventure. Just follow the brainy brick road.
Follow the brainy brick road.
Follow the brainy brick road.
We will already. You don't have to be all pushy about it.
Boo. I'm the brainstem. I connect the brain to the spinal cord. Could you stop yelling?
Sorry, we scare easily.
I'm located at the base of the brain, where I connect the brain to the spinal cord. The spinal cord is a bundle of nerves that is protected by the spine. The spinal cord is the main pathway for information to flow from the brain to the rest of the body.
Wow. Nice to meet you, brainstem.
I'm in charge of all the functions your body needs to stay alive, like breathing air, circulating blood, and digesting food.
And that you do.
Hey, Nerb and Chloe.
Hi, Bridge.
Well, I guess you could say I'm sort of like a bridge. I'm part of the brain called the corpus callosum. I'm a thick band of nerve fibers that connect the 2 halves of the brain.
That's impressive.
Oh, hi, friend.
Nice to meet you, friends. I'm the cerebellum. I control your balance, movement, and coordination. I'm located at the back of the brain, right over here. It's my job to keep you balanced.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, let's see. Cerebrum, corpus callosum, brainstem, cerebellum. I think we've done it, Chloe.
That's right. Your adventure is complete. Now, just click your heels and you can go home.
Click my heels? That's not very scientific.
All right, so that was really quick overview of the brain. There's obviously a lot more that you can do with the brain. But those are just the basic parts of the brain. So just a quick recap. The cerebrum, it's the big part of your brain. That's like basically the brain that you kind of know it as. It's right underneath your skull and it's like in your head. Okay? Now the brainstem, that's at the back. It kind of is in the neck. So can you point at where your brainstem would be? Yeah, your brainstem would be over here. Okay, now what about your cerebellum? Your cerebellum is at the back of your head, so it would be over here. Can you point to where the cerebellum would be? Yes. And can someone tell me whether they remember what the corpus callosum or the bridge is? Yeah?
Right under the parts where I don't know what's part of the head, but
what was it like in the video?
like a bridge.
Yes, it's a bridge. So basically, our brain, it's split into 2 halves, and the corpus callosum is the bridge between them. Do you guys remember in the video how it said the right part of your brain controls the left side of your body and the left side of your brain controls the right side of your body? Isn't that crazy? So that's something that's really cool about our brain. All right, so what is neuroscience? So neuroscience is the study of the brain, nervous system, and its effects on behavior and thinking. The nervous system, it's basically that little, the way that your brain, it connects to the rest of your body. Do you remember from last year what brain cells are? Anyone that was from last year? It starts with an N. It's called neurons. Neurons are brain cells. They're another name for brain cells. And those are kind of what really connects everything in our body. And that's how when you think, like, let's move my hand, that you're able to make that information travel from your brain to your hand to move your hand. So we'll go over that throughout this year, okay? So why is neuroscience so important to learn, right? So do you ever wonder how you can do math or remember what you ate for breakfast today? And, you know, all these sort of really big questions like, are we the greatest species? Are humans the best species? Or are elephants better than us? Or are chimpanzees better than us? So neuroscience will help us figure this out because it's all to do with our brain. And there's just so much of the brain that we know and so much that we don't know. So can someone tell me, like, just unmute yourself, anything else that your brain helps you do?
Remember stuff?
Yes, exactly. It helps you remember stuff. Anything else?
Helps you think.
Yes, it helps you think, it helps you remember, it helps you speak, it helps you move. Basically, anything that you're doing, your brain helps with. It helps you breathe too. Okay, so now that we covered a bit about what neuroscience is and a little bit about our program, I'm going to talk a little bit about how will we communicate for the class. So right now we are in class, but when we're outside of class, if there are any announcements that I have to make or if I want to post any videos, how am I going to do that? So we have Google Classroom. Oop. Here, let's go to the last slide. So Google Classroom. How many of you have heard of Google Classroom before? So Google Classroom, it's basically like an online classroom in which I will be able to post like different assignments. They're not really going to be any assignments of sorts, but I can post to different things like videos. I can make announcements, and all of you as students will be able to see it. So if you haven't already, please sign up for the Google Classroom. So I have sent the link out in one of the emails. I'll send you the code for it. So you can go to the class by going to classroom.google.com, and you can log in with your Google account. But this only works if you have a Google account, like blah, blah, blah @gmail.com. If you have that account, then you'll be able to join the Google Classroom. But if you do not have a Google account, feel free to make one, but you don't have to. I'll still send out all of the videos to everyone that I have their email for. All right. So this isn't exactly how our classroom looks like, but it's kind of like how it is. So this is how the homepage will be, and there'll be different assignments and posts, and there'll be a stream, classwork, and people. Let me stop the share so that I can show you.
I got a dinosaur ape from McDonald's.
Ooh, cool. Okay, here. Share screen. Okay, so this is how our classroom looks like. Do you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so over here it has the NeuroKidz neuroscience class, and then I've already posted something over here. So this Zoom link will be the same Zoom link that you will use for all the other meetings, okay? So if you click here, it'll show up different for you, but then you'll be able to see classwork. I already have 2 people here, so I'll need more of you to join if you can. And over here is the class code. We're all free to go. I'll see you next Monday, all right?
I have a question. What do we do in the Google Classroom class?
You
What
don't
do we
you
do
you
in
don't
there?
you don't have to do anything. You just you can just see the posts that I'm saying. So for example, if I say that there's no class today, then you'll be able to see that, and then you will know to not come to class that day. And I'll
Okay.
also be putting videos there, so if you want to see the videos, then you can see those.
Okay. So now we need to leave
Yes.
before we have to pay.
Jared, email me if you have any problems, okay?
Okay, bye
And I'll help you with
everybody.
email. All right. Bye. Thank you guys for coming today. If anyone else is interested, please let them know and they can join, all right?
Bye, teacher.
Bye.
Bye.
I have Marvel Comics crayons.